All right, it's 7 o'clock. I'd like to go ahead and get started. Today is if you can't hear me, let me know. But today is I talked with Terrence. I have a few updates that I want to give up to everyone. Specifically, the topics that I plan on covering tonight are simply this. We're gonna look at some things that we're doing for spring cleaning. I want to invite people to let people know what specifically what's going on with that. Also, we want to make sure that we reintroduce some of our people in our Parks and Recreation Department and let everyone know some of the things that's going on with that. I want to inform people about our sidewalk project, talk about our medical and our ambulance situation here in Pickens County as it relates to the latest update that I have from talking to those that are some of those that are leading the charge, and then talk about our Black History Gala, which you can see to the other side of me that shows about that. If you're interested in nominating someone, we'll have that information up as well. So without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and get started with our meeting at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that to the side. That way you can see it. First off, I want to talk about spring cleaning. What we have been able to do so far to kick off our spring cleaning drive has been that we have went to the council has approved the tearing down of the house on Highway 17, and specifically that house on Highway 17 has been kind of a bit of an eyesore to everyone. So we wanted to make sure that we first tried to take that, go through the process of taking that down. It's been the first time in years that I think the city has actually had to do that. But we were trying to see how that process went. And we were successful on doing that on Mobile Road. So if you drive by Mobile Road, you'll be able to see that we've been able to take that house down. And we're looking at going through the process of putting that property up for bid. Once that property goes up for bid, we will then move forward in the next phase where people can bid on that property. And we would love to turn that property into a green space so that way kids can have safe places to play on that side of town as well. So with that being said, that's what's going on with our project as far as that goes with spring cleaning. We also hopefully look to do our spring cleaning again. Last year, what we did was allow one day on a Saturday that people could come to the lot and place limbs if they're doing trimming hedges and trimming shrubs. A lot of times people leave those at the road and they want to go ahead and take them out. What we plan to do, hopefully this time again, is to have one day where we allow people to go and dump those limbs again. But again, that information will be coming forth shortly. So the second thing that I want to talk about is our Parks and Recreation Department. So this year was the first year that we started our Parks and Recreation Department. Mrs. Camara Brown is the person who's over our Parks and Recreation Department. She has come up with a lot of ideas and has implemented these ideas. Some of them you may have seen, some of them you may have not seen. Specifically, some of the ones that we are dealing with and in the process of now. She's working in conjunction with uh, partners that are interested in helping Adamsville do some great things. The first thing we're doing is basketball. Basketball sign-ups closed, I believe, last week. We had a number of children who signed up for basketball. This is youth basketball from ages, I believe, 5 to 10 or 6 to 10, because in that age group, there's not an organized league in Adamsville. So what we came up with is coming up with a plan to have some games that probably play each other this year, and we're looking forward to that growing. They will be inside. Specifically, we'll be at the National Guard Armory, utilizing that space and facility to go forth with playing basketball. So if you have someone who is interested, it may be some room. I'm not certain, but you can call City Hall tomorrow and get that information out. Also, what we are doing is we are trying to get people in who are interested in teaching classes to develop our workforce. Any community that is going to be strong has to have a strong workforce. So if we've attempted to do that with some realtor classes. It wasn't as successful as we wanted to be. This time we're moving forward with a phlebotomy class that will be offered later on in the spring. And this phlebotomy class will you do have to pay for the class. There is some registration. There are some requirements that you have, but we're bringing the instructor here to Aliceville versus you having to drive to Tuscaloosa or go to Columbus or go somewhere else. It's going to be right here in Aliceville at the National Guard Armory, and you'll have the opportunity to take the course, be successful, and then be a more productive citizen by finding you a job in phlebotomy. Additionally, what we have had also is African drum class. We've started that class. It's been successful. We have a volunteer who's doing that. We thank her for her volunteering, and that takes place. All of this information is either going to be posted on my page or it will be posted on the Aliceville Parks and Recreation page. We also have Soccer League. Soccer League that is been going on for a number of years with Miss Jerica, and we have typically over 60 kids that participate, 60 to 80 kids that participate in that. So we got things for our kids to do. So it's up to you to put your kids in it. And we also have things for our adults to do as well. We've done some sipping paints, non-alcoholic. We've done some sipping paints. Those sipping paints have been fun. We've had a lot of people to participate in them. Hopefully the next one will be coming up in March sometime. But these are some of the things that we got that's going on in Adamsville to kind of get you out of the house and get you a part of the community and growing. So we invite everybody. If you haven't participated in some of these things, it's up to you. We would love for you to come and participate. So with that being said, I'll move on from Parks and Rec and get on to our sidewalk project. Want to briefly talk about that. I know that a lot of people are talking about, what's going on with the sidewalks. We finished one side of the sidewalk project. The other side is pending. We did use federal funds. We received $800,000 in federal grant money to complete that project, and we had to match 20% of that project with our own funds, which we did, and we're successful and moved forward. So we're looking to continue on that path and then get to extend that same project through the federal funds that we receive from the government and match those funds with our portion from Aliceville. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and in our medical ambulance service update. Some of the information, well, of course, we know that at the end of the year, our ambulance service with North Star was discontinued as a county. That relationship was not a city relationship. That was more the county had the wherewithal and the power to do in that situation. So since then, we have had the assistance of Lamar County Ambulance Service, and they have been coming and helping in Aliceville. Well, not just Aliceville, but all across the county. So with that being said, Lamar County has provided ambulance service to us. I know it's been posted about it and everybody's read about it. They have increased. There seems to be a increase in our call volumes across the county. They updated us at the county commission meeting and let us know, hey, this is how much our call volume is. I believe they had about 170 or so calls, and we responded to 140 or so calls, and all that was told to us. But the big thing is that we do have an ambulance service covering our city. Now, the flip side to that is, well, how is that going to affect us or Aliceville specifically? Of course, I'm the advocate. I'm the advocate for Aliceville, and I'm always going to have an open mind. But at the end of the day, I got to make sure that I represent the citizens that place me in this position to speak up for them. So specifically, my my goal from day one has been to get some type of ambulance in Aliceville, Alabama. I know we have the Lamar County ambulance is stationed in Carrollton, which I understand is a centralized location, so that way when it needs to be dispatched. But unfortunately, we have in Aliceville a unique situation that is we are further out than every other community than everyone else is. Our sister cities, they have a closer access port to hospitals, but our city, Aliceville, and to some extent Carrollton, are further out than anyone else. Tuscaloosa is about an hour. Columbus is about 45 minutes. And so that puts us at a significant disadvantage. And then Greene County is closer. But like I said, that typically fly things out and send them over to those larger hospitals, especially if it's something serious. So that puts us at a significant disadvantage when it comes to transportation. So one of the things I, like I said, advocated for since day one is to try to get us to have a ambulance service in Aliceville. I'm hoping that the county commission will make that happen at some point. We are in talks, and it looks like it might be a possibility. But just know that when it's official, I'll make sure to post it. I'll make sure to let everybody know because that's something that's going to be exciting to all of us. But like I said, we're working hard, and hopefully that will come to fruition soon. If it does, I encourage us to make sure that when we use the facility or use the ambulance service, make sure that you're using it for a true emergency. When that ambulance service is out of service, it typically takes 2 to 3 hours to get back in service, whether that's going to Tuscaloosa or whether they're going to Baptist. So I encourage you that if you are calling 911, make sure that it's an emergency. I know that, or if you need an ambulance, make sure that it's an emergency because you never know if it's your friend or your loved one that may need an ambulance while the ambulance is gone. So just be mindful of that. Not saying don't call an emergency because if you only know what your emergency is, but I encourage us to make sure that we do that. Specifically, I also want to say that we are pushing for hopefully there will be a second truck that comes to Pickens County. And if that second truck comes again, we're looking for the possibility for that to come and be in Aliceville. Now, that being said, who knows how or when or what's going to happen? The county commission has requested again that we send out our allocation. Now there was some question about, was Aliceville able to send our allocation, but I want to thank our council for being forward thinking and going forward and approving that in our budget. So Aliceville will be contributing to the ambulance service that's being paid for through the community or through the county. We do have our allocation. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm not going to. Everybody knows their own situation, but as far as Aliceville, we're gonna make sure that we do our part to try to get that information out. And again, if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, if you have any concerns, my door is always open. You can talk to our staff, our team, and we love to hear feedback from you guys. But just for those that clicked on again, the ambulance is in Pickens County. We do have Lamar County who's helping us run our ambulance service at this time. The county commission has been paying it out of their pocket. We are going to continue our subsidy with sending in our funds, our portion, which was about $2,800 per month to the county to enhance or to help out on the cost on that. And we're looking to hopefully within the next 6 months or so, hopefully not have to spend out that fund, because the ambulance will start paying dividends on itself and it will take care of itself. Also, for those that kicked on again, I do want us to know that I am pushing for us to have an ambulance service. I'm working with our commissioner, Ms. Nolan, and she's an advocate for that as well, to uh, make sure that we are successful in trying to get that second unit here in Aliceville, Alabama. As we all know, we're disproportionately affected, and we want to make sure that you have access to healthcare. So, with that being said, the last thing that I want to kind of bring up is simply this. Or one of the last things, and then we'll get to our question and answer. If anybody has any questions, they can feel free to do. We're having our third annual Black History Gala. Third annual Black History Gala. It'll be here at the City Hall on the 15th of February. 15th of February. So you'll start seeing more posts about it and more information. But tomorrow is the last day to nominate someone for an award. So we have many people who are deserving of these awards. If you look at that little box to my left or to my right, you'll be able to see exactly what those awards are. But we have many people who are rewarding, and this is just to highlight some individuals who sometimes may go overlooked or underlooked in our community, and we want to make sure that we give them a shout out and let them know that we appreciate the work that they do. We've had a number of nominations for people, but we want to make sure that we reach out to everybody. So if you're interested, you don't have to be from Aliceville to nominate someone. You don't have to be from Aliceville to put in someone's name. But the key is that we want to make sure that we recognize in those individuals who have continued to make Aliceville great, and to continue to make Aliceville the home and the place that we want to make it. Last And so again, you can see on the screen, wherever it is on the screen, I think it's right there. You'll be able to click that QR code, scan that link, and it'll take you directly to the site to where you can nominate someone, what the qualifications are, and just giving that vital information for us. So with that being said, I said I was gonna keep this kind of short, and I wanted to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to look and listen and see. See, we got about 18 or 19 people who are on. And if there's anybody who has any questions or comments at this time, you can go ahead and type them in. The biggest thing that I wanted to make sure that we were aware of was our hospital situation. Not hospital, but our ambulance situation. Now, as far as what medical service is going to be done, I don't know. We've talked to Senator well, some people have talked to Senator Allen. Some people have talked to Ron Bolton. Some I've talked to Mr. AJ McCampbell, and they all have said that healthcare is one of the things that is going to be on the agenda for the Alabama legislation. So we've heard that before in Pickens County, and we kind of, it is what it is on what happened the last time. But we're hoping that this time is a little bit different. So I want to encourage you to reach out to your legislators, reach out to your people, whether it's Ron Bolton, whether it's Gerald Allen, or whether it's AJ McCampbell. Reach out to any one of them and let them know that Pickens County is listening, and Pickens County needs the help as far as healthcare, because we're all in this healthcare boat together. So with that being said, I just wanted to make sure that I gave a quick update. Didn't want to be anything long and drawn out. I do plan on sending out a newsletter at some point in time. Hopefully within the next month or so, we'll get a newsletter out, and that way you'll be able to hear about some of the other things that are going on in the community. But as I always say, my door is always open. You always feel free to give suggestions, encouragement, or give me, hey, you ain't doing this right. I enjoy listening to feedback, and it don't have to be positive all the time. And we're gonna keep it positive, but it doesn't have to be something I want to hear. I like to hear back on things that we can improve. The biggest thing that we're looking at is, as a community, is trying to continue to increase our job count. One of the plants locally has closed some positions, which was I believe it was the casting place, and they laid a good number of individuals off, and that was a good high paying job. So that's one of the dings on our job search right now. Is trying to replace those jobs, which is extremely difficult. I have reached out to the manager of the plant, and we plan to have a sit down meeting with them to try to see if there's anything that the city can do to help possibly bring those jobs back, or whatever it is that has happened, to make sure that it's just something short term. Additionally, there are council members who have signed up to be in our economic development team, and we're going through an economic development academy. I'd like to give those council people a shout out briefly. That's Councilwoman Ball, Councilwoman Gillum, Councilman Wilkins, and myself. We are part of a group that has been that we had one class so far, and it's teaching us about economic development and how to try to encourage growth here in Aliceville. So we're unique. We have unique problems, but we also have unique solutions. We have forestry and trees. We have truckers galore, and so we have to utilize what we have in order to get what we need. So I think this academy is going to be a great thing, and we're going to bring back some positive influence. And it also lets people across the state of Alabama know that Aliceville is open for business, and that we have some great business opportunity here in our community. So with that being said, again, I don't have any other update. I thank you all for being here, but I do again want to emphasize our Black History Gala is going to be on February the 15th. That's a Saturday, and the tickets are $15. You get a meal. You're gonna get a hot meal. You're gonna get live music. You're gonna get live music slash entertainment, and we're gonna be able to recognize some leaders in our community. Some of the people who have won in the past are Walter Jones. Of course, everyone knows Big Walter Jones, but he was one of our global award winners, doing great things, not just from Aliceville and across this state, but also across this nation and this world. Some of the philanthropic things that he done, and some of the works and awards that have been named after him. Last year's global award winner was Mr. Simi Knox. For those that don't know who Simi Knox is, go ahead and Google Mr. Simi Knox, Simmie-Knox. Mr. Simi Knox was the first African American to be able to paint the portrait of a United States president, which was Bill Clinton. So he was raised in Aliceville, and moved away. But again, those are some of the people who, and the history that we have here in our community. And there's many other people who we haven't yet recognized, who have done great things global. We've recognized individuals who have done great things in our community, such as Miss Rosetta Minor. She's done some great things in the community as far as giving back. We recognize Miss Minnie Washington, who's gave some great knowledge and education to our community. So there's been a lot of award winners who have been a part of this great event, and we've only done it 3 years. So we're looking to continue to grow it, continue to make it better. But it's up to you to nominate somebody. Now, I can't pick everybody. I ain't gonna pick everybody. I need you to pick somebody. So you need to click on that little link that's right there and scan it with your click the hold it button down, click the phone. I'm gonna post it again when we get off, but that's the only way that we're gonna know. So I want to hear my phone buzzing all night about people who are nominated for this award. And if you're able to come, we definitely want you to attend the gala. The tickets again are $15 a piece, and you're getting a meal, you're getting the chance to dress up, and you get an opportunity to hear some live music, as well as recognize some great people in our community, or that are from our community. So with that being said, again, I don't think we have any other updates at this time. Our last thing I want to hit everybody with is make sure that you, please ma'am, please sir, are locking your doors. Please ma'am, please sir, lock your doors. We've had some people that have tried to break in some vehicles, and thank God that we've had some good camera work, and we got some great officers that are on it and are investigating and making some arrests pretty soon. But please, ma'am, please, sir, don't forget that this is not 2000. This is not 1945 or 1950. It's 2025, and some people are unscrupulous, and so it's our job to make sure that we don't make it easy for them. If something happens, call the police. Don't try to take it in your own hands. But at the end of the day, you have the right to protect your life. So I say that to say to these folks that are trying to do that type of stuff, it won't be tolerated here in Aliceville. We're gonna send your butt to jail, And you don't need to be a part of our community if you're gonna do that. So and hey, somebody here, guy would say, hey, it's a prison up the road. Yeah, it's a prison up the road for women. If the women doing bad, yeah. The true last thing, and again, I'll go ahead and get off because I've been on 25 minutes. Um, I want to encourage us. I know I put a post out about what was going on across the nation, but as long as we take care of our people here in Adamsville, we're gonna be all right. And when I say our people, I mean Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, um, Puerto Rican, whatever your descent. It's up to us to take care of each other because um, if we don't take care of each other, nobody else is gonna take care of us. So let's start breaking down those walls and continue to encourage each other to love each other, be a part of each other. And I ain't preaching, but I just want y'all to know that that it's our job to do that. I think that's all I got. I didn't get any comments about questions. If anybody got any questions, you got about 30 seconds before I hit the off button to ask on live. If you got a question after that, you can feel free to hit me back again. But again, I wanted to just encourage us. Some of the hot points that I hit, because again, we got about 50 people on right now. So I just want to hit the highlights. I'm not gonna go over all the stuff that I just talked about. If you want to listen to it, you can go back to it. We got a secondary sidewalk project. We got another grant, 800K. We got matching funds that we have to come up with, but that was 800,000 from the federal government that we're looking for, that we've been awarded, and that will go towards continuing our sidewalk project. We've completed a portion of it downtown, and now we're getting ready to move on forward. Other thing we talked about was spring cleaning. A lot of y'all got on me about some houses that we need to tear down. It's not free to tear them down. I haven't got any grant money yet, but we tore this one down uh, because it needed to be tore. It was unsafe and it was an eyesore to everyone coming into our community. It's on Mobile Road. We would love to turn it into a green space. There's a process that we're going to have to go through, and we'll see. Hopefully the city can ascertain that property, and we're looking to do something nice with it and turn it into a green space for the children in the community to be able to play. So that being said, that's what we're doing with that. With Parks and Rec, we're doing too much to name in 30 seconds, but I want to encourage you to look at our Ellisville Parks and Rec page. We got soccer signups going on. We just got finished with baseball, basketball. We got youth league baseball is being done, softball as well. So you can participate in that. Parks and Rec has also done some phlebotomy. Is doing a phlebotomy class. If you're interested in more information with that, please call City Hall, and we'll get you the information that's needed on that. So that way you can consider if you want to sign up for it. We also have African drum class. We're doing sipping paints. We're trying to do. If you have some suggestions about what we can do, please, ma'am, please, sir, give it to us, and we'll see about considering it. Black History Gala, you can nominate somebody to the right there. There you go. And then last but not least, our ambulance service. We do have an ambulance service in Adamsville. Well, not in Adamsville, in Pickens County. Our goal is to get that ambulance in Adamsville as soon as I know it. And I know that it's official. I'll make sure that I push it out to my Facebook page. So be on the lookout for that, because again, health is wealth. And with that being said, if y'all interested in doing some type of challenge or something like that, I would encourage us to do something like that. So let's maybe do it like a weight loss challenge. If y'all down for it, y'all let me know. I see everybody on here. Like, I got my comments. Thankful of that. We need to get litter under control. Yes. Hey, we patrol it daily, as far as paper and trash. But as soon as that trash gets thrown out, as soon as we pick it up, it gets thrown out. If it's some areas that we need to specifically hit that we have missed, then let us know. I know we got some areas that we're gonna take care of, especially when it rains and wash all the stuff in the ditches. So we're gonna make sure we do that. But thank you, Miss Susan, for letting us know that. Summer program for the kids. So we do have summer programs for the kids. We do have a summer program for the kids. The main program that we have has been Boys and Girls Club, which hosts about 30 to 60 kids, and they run from the end of school to the week or two before school. We also had a library program that has something. Um, we have the library program that has some things that they do. And there of course going to be some things that we do with Parks and Rec. I don't know 100% how uh, what program we're gonna run. I do know we're probably gonna do flag football. We're gonna probably do some kickball stuff, kickball league stuff. But as far as any other programs, we hadn't got them on tap. And I hadn't confirmed anything, so I don't wanna say it and it don't come to fruition. Is there any animal control for a lot of dogs? Right? So we have had some animal control that's not officially adopted as animal control. The animal control, you had the right to protect your property. I'm trying to be careful with my words here. uh but at the end of the day, the state has mandated that the county come in. I know, every time when somebody bring it up to me, this is what I say, because that's what it is. The state allocates that the commission is responsible for animal control. Currently they don't have um anything uh to fund that with, but that's the mandate. I've reached out to a number of municipalities to see if they were willing to bring their animal control officer here, but due to legalities, they're not able to do that. I've asked to incorporate some unique things, and I've been told that that's not allowed. So you had a right to protect your property, and we have some people who are on animal control, but not an official animal control. I don't know if that said it. The homecoming man, keep it up. Yeah, well, like I said, I understand that. But hey, at the end of the day, we all in this together. 13th Street needs speed on back. All right. 13th. Okay. Gotcha. We'll look at that, Miss Davis. I'll get with my people on that and see what opportunities that could come with. Then community pickup day with the police. So yes, we did a community pickup. We can do another community pickup day. Um, and if you have a area where you want to come or clean up, you can. Last year. Some people may not know this, but last year we passed a ordinance that's an adopt a street. So what you can do is the city will pay for you for trash bags. The city will pay for 2 or 3 cleanup days. I'm not sure how it's written up, and then also the city will put up a sign if an organization adopts that street, and it'll be your responsibility to help keep that street clean. We'll take the bags up once they've been collected. But we do have an adopt a street program. So what I would encourage us to do is, or encourage you to do if you're interested, is get your group, or it can be the 13th Street group, or it could be the whoever group, and say, hey, we want to adopt this street. And once they adopt that street, we'll get a special sign. We'll put it up and say, hey, this street has been adopted. And for a year, you'll have that street and adopt it. So that is. Need a speed bump. Yes, I know, Bear. I know what she's talking about. I think that's the same area Miss Davis is talking about. Anywhere on. Hey, we ain't got the Love's truck stop yet. Hopefully we can one day. But that won't stop us from trying. But it ain't manifested itself just yet. But it's on the way. So let me see if there's anybody else comments I missed. I don't want to miss anybody. Yes, Miss Wolf, we definitely gotta love each other. Definitely. Oh, let's see. Dick Ray, Mr. 123. I appreciate you for being on with us. But other than that, look like that's all my comments that I got. I want to make sure I answer everybody's questions. If I miss your question or you got something, if somebody reads this afterwards, hey, please, ma'am, please, sir, let us know. Can that not be fine? So try yes, we have a board. Um, uh, we have a board that sends out letters to individuals for fines. That board is the Don't get me to telling no story. But we do have a board. If we got a specific property in mind, then you can send us some information on it, and we do it all the time. We'll send those people letters, and typically they'll get it cleaned up before we have to go any further. So, Miss Angie, if you just send me those letters over, we'll I'll send me get all right, whoever. It don't have to just be her. Anybody. If you have an address that we need to send some information to, we won't say, hey, Terrence told me, or Terrence you know, sent this letter. We ain't gonna put nobody's name on that, but that's it. Can the city get, hey, no, that's good. That's good. That's really good, Miss Ann. That's good. Can we post the website? So can we post all the restaurant menus on it? Hey, that's a good idea. All my restaurants, if y'all want to send me y'all menu, send it to me, inbox me, and we'll put them on our website. So that go for all our restaurants downtown. Everybody from Bernice to whoever. Send me your menu. We'll post it. Ain't no problem. That's what's up. That's a good idea. Kyle Wilson, you gonna have to text me that. All right. And last but not least, we do have a position that's open. Position that is custodian. So I posted it earlier. We had probably about 15 folks that have applied. So if you're interested in it, just let us know. Ms. Angie said she posts on her Facebook page every day. So yes, ma'am. So yeah. So send me those, and I'll put them on our website. I get our team to put it on our website for us. If y'all send me the file, we'll upload it on a PDF, so that way it'll be on our city website. All right. With that being said, man, y'all had me on here almost 40 minutes. I can't believe it. All right. Well, I got nothing else. As far as the next time, I look forward to seeing y'all the next go around. Without being said, peace out.